Welcome back to the Chew Over podcast. We are going to be talking about cryptocurrency.
The truth.
First article we got here is from gfinityesports.com or something.
Definitely.
And this is
a reputable source.
Yeah, I'm sure it's very good. This is Mr. Beast's fans believe he has misled them into a refinable crypto scam.
Before we even go into this, I have to say that if you're buying cryptocurrency because an influencer has told you that you should buy this crypto or put it on their Twitter, just don't. Just take that money and throw it out your window.
I mean, if you really want to invest in the cryptocurrency, the only advice I would ever give anyone is read the white paper. Find out what it's really about, because there's so many, cryptocurrency scams and just bad actor kind of coins out there. A white paper will tell you the facts of it, at least.
Or just if you just, I'm not even going to name any specific currencies, but if you just Google top 10 cryptocurrencies by market share, those ones are generally going to perform better than an unknown crypto called Coming. But what happened in the Mr. Beast story, going back, it got released. It's kind of backed by Binance, and they've had some partnership with Mr. Beast, it seems. And he advertised that you should buy this cryptocurrency. Binance kind of glitched, and it wasn't showing the price that you can buy in at. So people thought they were buying at the launch price. But it looks like loads of it was pre-bought, so the price got driven up exponentially. So a lot of people bought in at $9 on day one. Refinable was planned to launch, that's the name of the currency, Refinable was planned to launch at 33 cents. Hype caused it to launch at 8.35, and then by the end of day, it sank to 2.01.
The exchange that was listing this really messed up.
Binance.
I mean, any of the more recent cryptocurrencies, whatever it is, they always launch and the price will go down. It always happens like this. They get hyped up, and they put them for a price more than what they've proven to be worth yet. Although that might, grow in value over time, it's really common for pretty much all of the new cryptocurrencies to be listed and then they'll drop because, like I say, they haven't proved their worth yet.
This cryptocurrency came out, with use cases. People were already planning to accept the currency on their platform. Completely out of the realm of possibility to think that if you actually know anything about crypto, you'd know that this is the stupidest thing that's about to come out of my mouth, that it's relatively stable, and it's definitely not. It's an unregulated over-the-counter transaction. These cryptocurrencies have sweet FA regulation. I'm not wrong on this, am I?
No, they're bringing in regulation over time. There was a thing recently by HMRC where they're seeking for everyone who have to put in what cryptocurrency they've got so they can track earnings on it. Like you say, it's unregulated at the moment, basically.
Because a company could launch a coin. You could have a developer group go, this is our new cryptocurrency. We'll call it Chew Over Coin. And then we could launch it and say, it's going to launch at 8.35. We get a bunch of hype. And then all the money that goes into that coin effectively could be exit scam, because you've put it into something that has no accountability, no tracking. You've bought a cryptocurrency. You don't know where the money's going on the other end. And that money can be just taken by the coin developers. It's not out of the realm of possibility because they're called initial coin offering.
Yeah, it's pretty normal to, like I say, that they kind of crash in the beginning, especially these new ones. And it's all about kind of perceived value, It's only worth what someone will pay for it. Yeah, getting into these exchanges, it normally takes quite a while. They don't just list you up straight away. I think the problem in this case is because he's created all this hype, it's given it clout. So they thought, we need to list this currency. It's going to be very profitable for them, probably, is what they thought. It's caused problems.
But there's no laws about pre-mining or anything, is there? There's nothing that's stopping anyone that's got a private access before the currency's public to do a pre-mine or something, or acquire it before it's reached market. It's unethical, and it would probably constitute insider trading if it was a normal regulated stock. But I don't think it's not traceable. It's a cryptocurrency.
Well, yeah. So, like I say, it should be in the white paper. If stuff's pre-mined, and that generally that information is that'll be found in your white paper. And cryptocurrency is in general very traceable. There's literally a trace of every transaction that it makes on the blockchain. It's just there are some anonymous cryptocurrencies that you can't trace, but obviously that's different for each coin.
Yeah, no, exactly. This is why you should listen to Jay and not me, because I just say things, so it makes sense. But I think that's comprehensive coverage of that story.
Yeah, I mean, the last cryptocurrency topic we have for you is a Reuters article, and this is Ethereum breaks past $3,000.
What everyone's been waiting for a while.
Yeah, I mean, so it's up 325% for the year so far.
Good. It's too good, even.
Yeah, I mean, it's got some technology which has made it very different to other coins, and there are now probably hundreds of copies of its technology. But it's like, you know, it's the Bitcoin of that type of technology. It's the first version of this contract based cryptocurrency. So, like I say, it's like the Bitcoin of those. So that makes it, you know, more stable and yeah, more well known, I guess.
What's great about Ethereum in general is that it's got this whole developer network that's built on it, hasn't it? There's so you can have decentralized applications, and that's what you were talking about a moment ago. That's the first kind of thing of its generation. It's like a second generation cryptocurrency almost, because Bitcoin came out and it's just so bone standard. It literally is a currency that you can exchange, whereas Ethereum has these apps you can build on top of the network, and it's also got like sub coin tokens. I've noticed, like there's one that I've seen, New Cipher. Have you seen that one?
Oh no.
Okay. Well, yeah, they've got like these sub tokens that are built on the network. There's also there's old school Ethereum as well.
Yeah, I mean, it's very interesting. Obviously, it's caused a huge problem for the computing sector at the moment. Like, you can't buy a graphics card because it's just been so profitable to mine.
Yeah.
I think soon it's changing to a proof of stake coin from a proof of work coin. So that will kill mining. So it'd be interested to see kind of where it goes from there. But once they do that, that will allow for a lot of other changes on their network. So I think probably the functionality and efficiency of things will improve a lot, potentially, depends on how well they implement it. So yeah, it'd be interesting to see what happens to this coin in 10 years. I mean, how old is Bitcoin now?
I think it's 9 years old, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, that's hovering, what, $55,000 or something at the moment? Haven't checked it recently, to be honest.
Yeah, it's doing well. It's up today. I know that much because I checked my portfolio earlier. People are beginning to distrust the banks more and more, and this isn't a uncommon thing. People used to hide money under their bed. Like, people just didn't trust the banks. You know, we've had 3 market crashes since the turn of the turn of the millennium. You know, we've had the housing market crash, we've had the .com crash, and we've had another crash that I can't remember if it ever actually had a name. Well, we've had the current coronavirus kind of crash thing happening, you know, and they've been huge in comparison. If you look at a graph from like 1900 to 2021, like the 20th century Great Depression was a blip in comparison to what we've got going on today. It's like up and down, up and down.
Yeah. I mean, the last big crash was the banks, wasn't it? And then obviously we've got all the stuff now with like COVID relief and bailing out companies and that.
Yeah.
It's basically the same kind of thing again, really. But I mean, most of these cryptocurrencies tend to be tied to the dollar. And, you know, the Federal Reserve or whatever, they print like $1 million a second or something at the moment. Yeah. So all this new money they're putting into the system will reduce the value of it over time. I think that's why a lot of people are moving to cryptocurrencies to try and, you know, safeguard their money out of the system a bit.
Because people go like, Dogecoin's uncapped, and it's like, well, it's not uncapped. It has a finite amount it releases every year. The US dollar is uncapped. They can print however much money they want. That's truly terrifying, because your money isn't actually worth. You're buying debt. Whenever you have cash in your hand, it's actually debt. It's national debt. That's all it is. Like, it sounds ridiculous, but I've watched whole videos on this about how money is actually debt, and like, yeah, it's like there's a reason cryptocurrencies are taking off, and there's a reason why it's going to be a new standard. We're already in the data age, and we have to be. We're all okay. No one's in revolt about their data being taken and used for applications. Everyone carries a smartphone in their pocket, which is basically a tracking. So, and we the revolution is that we're making a currency that can't be, well, ideally we don't want it to be tracked. We want it to be moved around like cash, but with the ease of using credit or debit cards. So we want DeFi, decentralized finance, and that's what the push is.
I mean, it's like was it last week they were talking about the Britcoin, where the Bank of England is making its own coin now. I think the US are trialing like 3 or 4 different coins that they want to make. They want this electronic transfer of money, and most of the stuff we buy, I mean, I buy everything on a credit card now, basically, and that is the same thing. It's just an electronic transfer of money. The use of cash is becoming less common.
Yeah, no, you're not wrong. I mean, some places during the pandemic they had signs up like "Please don't use cash" because of all the bacteria and stuff. So I've got into the habit of just having my card because in the UK, COVID actually provoked the banks to increase the contactless limit, so you could actually pay £45 on contactless instead of 30, which, by the way, really, 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 really slippery slope because I never know how much I'm paying anymore. It's called HCI in software development. They have this concept. I am veering off topic a bit, but it's called human-computer interface or interaction, where you want to make things as natural as possible. That's why we love swiping to turn a page, and we love tapping to pay because it is basically putting money in the hand. I'm sure you know more about this than me.
Well, it's gamifying it. That's what it is. It's gamifying it. Like if you look into like Apple and Facebook, they are like the leaders in the psychological research of how you interact with the device and how it affects you. The UI and stuff. They put like billions of money of research into it. So if you look into them, you can find out a lot more about it. But yeah, it is kind of just gamifying the system, kind of getting you addicted to it in a way.
Yeah, no, I mean, in one side, it's a really important study, but the other side, it feels really manipulative. It feels like sometimes they go, "Oh, why isn't like I've watched this documentary on Netflix with the Social Network, the Social Dilemma." The Social Dilemma is fantastic. If you haven't watched it already, check it out. I'll even put a link in the description. I mean, you'll have to pay for Netflix, but it's there. And what happens is they look into just how they can get retention on apps because it's so important. They have eyes on screen. They want you to endlessly scroll. If you're not on the app for like 20 minutes, they'll send you a notification that somebody's like looked at your profile or something arbitrary that isn't even true, just to provoke you to look at the screen again and get you hooked. Because there's 2 industries in the world that call the base of like their customers users, like software and drugs, drug users, app users.
Yes, that's it.
Anyway, I think that's a natural stopping point. Unless you got anything to add.
No, not really. Just that everyone has to obviously point out all the times we've gone wrong during this, because as usual, we just read these articles and say things that we may or may not know anything about.
Yeah, basically. But thank you guys so much for watching. I'm going to add prompts in to say like the video, like throughout the whole video. Like it, subscribe, tell us what you know, tell us what you think.
Like smash that like button,
Slap the like button. Yeah. Beat it down. Yeah, wicked. Thank you guys. And see you next week.
Thanks for listening.